days, the world is so awash in sex that people would wonder what the book is about. But there was a little bit in there on child sexuality, all scientifically backed, but the reporter decided on grounds that are unbelievable when you read the discoveries. She decided that I was condoning child sex abuse, which is insane. But she got away with it. Kenneth White let her do it, and we're trying to bring some accountability to the media.
Directly related to this case, there was an article done many years ago in the National Post by a reporter named Donna Laframboise. She took it upon herself to engage in some very unscrupulous behaviors and print an article that was riddled with untruths, didn't bother to interview any of the people that were directly involved, and actually went so far as to try and intervene into the way that an organization was run. In doing so, the organization attempted to restore their good name. It was called ECMAS, the Equitable Child Maintenance and Access Society. One of the things that they specialized in was supporting parents going through family breakdown, which is a very emotional and contentious time. They were very successful at one point, working with government organizations and social service organizations who would refer people to them for support. After the article came out, all of that ceased to happen, and their organization is almost dead in the water even 10 years later. They were a member organization of the Canadian Equal Parenting Council, which was a coalition of 42 organizations across Canada who believed in a central mandate of presumption of equal parenting upon separation or divorce. I've been trying for about 12 years now to have them amend the Divorce Act to recognize that parents are equal after separation as they were previous to separation. The courts have a lot of leeway with the current legislation. There's rulings that come out right across the board, and it's a bit of a, you never know what you're going to get. It's a mixed bag. Different judges will rule different ways. It's very rarely actually based on evidence of abuse or anything else that would cause concern about a parent-child relationship.
I understand that the language is gender-based, but a lot of the time it seems the courts are biased to favor the mother as the default.
They are very much so, and that is actually seen in the numbers on how often they award sole custody. If you look at even a joint custody arrangement where the father only has access 4 days a month, I still consider that de facto sole custody, and that's about 80% of the cases that come out.
And is that statistic and statistics like that favor one gender over the other perhaps unfairly, is that what motivated you to run? What was it, Fathers for Equal Justice?
I actually was national coordinator of Fathers for Justice Canada. My alternate moniker was Wonder Woman. What prompted me to get involved was that I was actually a fatherless child growing up. And when I was in public school, that was actually quite rare. It's only been in our generation that we've seen this huge influx of family breakdown situations. And I was raised in a fatherless home, and then my own marriage broke down. And in seeing how the courts tried to deal with our situation, they actually tried to pit us against each other when we were actually trying to be equal parents. The court system would not allow us to do that.
Really?
Yes, we actually had to fight.
The court system itself, the infrastructure of the system, is itself biased away from equal parenting?
I believe so, because there's a lot of financial incentive there once you get lawyers involved. They only get paid when there's conflict. They don't get paid when there's a settlement or a fair resolution. So our lawyers actually tried to make it so that I had sole custody of the children and he would pay child support. We went in as a...
That would be in the best interest of the child.
They did,
Yeah.
and we went in together and filed a motion to have equal parenting, 50-50, with no child support, and the court refused our request.
Perhaps I'm being naive, but why aren't more feminist groups, spearheading the move for equal parenting? It seems like it would benefit both genders to break down those stereotypes that empower the courts to make these sexist decisions.
Absolutely. And being an equal parent myself, I mean, the freedom and possibilities that are available to me, having that 50% of the time to pursue my own aspirations, my own career goals, my own extracurricular activities, it just makes sense. A long time ago now in the U.S., their leadership was supporting equal parenting in the best interests of women. It's almost a slap in the face to be told by a judge, well, you know, you need to stay home and raise the children. I would think so.